There's a reason why people call Sophie Cunningham MAGA Barbie, and people are starting to fill the arenas to watch her and Caitlin Clark. She's not apologizing for saying that there should be no men in this woman's sport. It's caused an absolute crisis, and people are losing their mind. Photo of Brittney Griner with a full beard after being released from a Russian prison.
The WNBA's Brittney Griner is a man.
Brittney Griner files for divorce from wife.
That's not a woman. That's not a female. That's not even a trans person. That is a man.
Every player should be subjected to a DNA test to prove that they're women.
Brittney Griner is, in fact, a man.
The WNBA is facing a major cultural and organizational upheaval, with the center of the controversy moving much faster than league officials ever expected.
This is, again, cultural power. This is why the WNBA this is not going to go away. This issue is not going to go away. They're in such a bad position here. Caitlin Clark, they have cultural power. People love them. People are buying tickets that would never care about the WNBA.
Caitlin Clark is an absolute all-star. She is the Michael Jordan of this. This is the girl that girls have been waiting for forever.
Caitlin Clark is a rising star in women's basketball. She's pulling in crazy viewership numbers.
These women spent $1,000 on tickets to attend the Indiana Fever versus Atlanta Dream game, specifically to see Sophie Cunningham.
At a time when Sophie Cunningham is helping shatter attendance records, attracting unprecedented television audiences, and playing a major role in driving the league toward a multi-million-dollar economic boom.
A woman decided to stand up for women and female spaces. And that woman is now getting lambasted by other women because she doesn't support transgender people in female spaces. Sophie Cunningham, who many of you will probably know from this video, recently got herself in hot water because she had the audacity to say that women and girls should be protected.
Top league officials now appear to be trapped in an increasingly difficult position. Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham has sparked a nationwide debate after taking a strong stance on protecting women's sports and private spaces, arguing that female athletes should not be expected to compete against biological men.
There's a reason why people call Sophie Cunningham MAGA Barbie, and people are starting to fill the arenas to watch her and Caitlin Clark.
WNBA star Sophie Cunningham, who plays guard for the Indiana Fever, when an ESPN feature quoted her opposition towards biological men competing in women's sports. She said she wanted to protect young girls both on court as well as in the locker room, calling her position kind of common sense. It has everything to do with reality.
While mainstream media figures tried to shut her down amid heavy criticism, fans across the country pushed back in a powerful way, turning up in huge numbers to fill arenas and show their support for both Cunningham and Clark.
A women's league run by women decided a shirt wearing saying "for the girls" was too offensive. Meanwhile, State Farm Arena put up a pro-trans message on the big screen, but won't allow the shirt that states basic biological truth. What is so offensive or scary about this message? The genetic message of gender, the genetic message of biological sex. Wow, the WNBA doesn't know what a woman is. The shirts that reference the XX chromosomes are banned from game.
But when high-profile commentators such as Benny Johnson entered the debate and began highlighting what they considered serious institutional double standards, the controversy quickly grew into a nationwide spectacle. What started as ordinary basketball commentary has now evolved into a much larger battle over fan censorship, perceived hypocrisy, and the very definition of women's professional sports.
Brittney Griner's voice.
I believe what you said was effing white girl. Is it possible that's what you said?
No, would never say that.
Brittney Griner called Caitlin Clark trash and effing white girl. Trash, effing white girl.
Brittney Griner, who I can't stand, sad that she's a Baylor grad. Yeah, she called her a trash expletive white girl. That was the lip reading. Yes, trash white girl.
The enormous cultural influence of Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham was impossible to ignore during a chaotic Indiana Fever matchup against the Atlanta Dream at State Farm Arena. Thousands of fans spent significant amounts of money to watch Clark display her elite playmaking ability, while also showing their support for Cunningham. But what was supposed to be a major showcase quickly spiraled into an administrative nightmare for the league.
Yes, they gave us t-shirts during overtime and told us we had to leave.
And this is for the girl
or cover our shirts. This just happened.
Where were you sitting?
Floor
4-3, bro.
C.
Yeah.
Third row of floor 3.
And how much were your seats?
$1,000 each around. Yeah. And we did nothing. Like we were just sitting there. I didn't make signs.
During overtime, several fans wearing XXXY brand shirts featuring the message for the girls in support of women's sports were reportedly approached by arena staff and told to cover their shirts or leave. This strict enforcement quickly triggered a viral backlash across social media, generating millions of views and putting the WNBA and Atlanta Dream under intense scrutiny. Both organizations eventually released public statements acknowledging that those fans should not have been prevented from displaying their shirts.
The WNBA, of course, doesn't want to make anything political. Here they are welcoming the Honorable Stacey Abrams. The Honorable Stacey Abrams. Well, what has she done that's honorable? What's dishonorable is that at that same game, a mother wore a XXXY Athletics for the girls with her daughter apparel. This is a brand that, of course, is defending women in women's sports, and she got kicked out of the game. And you can see there a fan flipping them off, whether this is a board member, potentially. Look at this. Whether that's a board member of the WNBA, but she doesn't know what a woman is, right? Like, what are these women?
The contrast was hard to miss. Political figures could be openly celebrated inside the arena, while paying fans expressing basic views about biological sex were allegedly being restricted. Meanwhile, the teams on court was quickly overshadowed by growing controversy over the league's broader eligibility policies. As commentators such as Benny Johnson pointed to what they described as blatant double standards, demands for the WNBA to establish clear, objective, and science-based eligibility standards became increasingly loud.
And so, why is the WNBA unable to define what a woman is? We all know what a woman is. XX chromosome. Y chromosome, you're a man. And you can't change your chromosome. You can get plastic surgery. You can lop off body parts. You can put on lipstick. You can put on wigs, but you can't change that. And so why not just define it based on gender assigned at birth? You're born with these sex organs, you're born with these chromosomes, so that's what makes you a woman. The WNBA has spent 6 days trying to figure out what the W in the WNBA stands for, and they still don't have any.
Johnson argued that the league has avoided establishing clear biological definitions in its official policies, while commentators and podcasters, such as Joe Rogan, have openly revisited long-standing rumors about possible male participation in women's professional sports. According to this narrative, the lack of direct answers from league leadership has fueled suspicion and speculation, shifting attention towards some of the WNBA's most recognizable veteran players and prompting unverified discussions about past eligibility testing. The controversy intensified when online conversations began focusing heavily on Phoenix Mercury center Brittney Griner, creating another wave of scrutiny and putting the league's credibility under even greater pressure.
There's a reason why people call Sophie Cunningham MAGA Barbie, and people are starting to fill the arenas to watch her and Caitlin Clark. She's not apologizing for saying that there should be no men in this woman's sport. It's caused an absolute crisis, and people are losing their mind. Photo of Brittney Griner with a full beard after being released from a Russian prison.
The WNBA's Brittney Griner is a man.
Brittney Griner files for divorce from wife.
That's not a woman. That's not a female. That's not even a trans person. That is a man.
Every player should be subjected to a DNA test to prove that they're women.
Brittney Griner is, in fact, a man.
The scrutiny surrounding Brittney Griner reflects the growing distrust caused by unclear WNBA policies. Although online claims about Griner's gender remain completely unverified, the controversy shows how quickly speculation can spread when league officials fail to provide clear answers. Amid this turmoil, Caitlin Clark continues to stand out as a genuine superstar, attracting massive audiences through elite skill, relentless effort, and extraordinary court vision. Her rise has brought new fans, boosted the sport's visibility, and demonstrated the power of authentic athletic excellence. Meanwhile, the controversies involving Sophie Cunningham and fan treatment have increased calls for transparency, consistent rules, and fair competition.